Genesis chapter 21, verse 9 going forward. Hagar and Ishmael are sent away. One day, Ishmael, whom Hagar the Egyptian had born to Abraham, was playing with Sarah's son Isaac. Sarah saw them and said to Abraham, "Send this slave and her son away. The son of this woman must not get any part of your wealth, which my son Isaac should inherit." This troubled Abraham very much, because Ishmael also was his son. But God said to Abraham, "Don't be worried about the boy and your slave Hagar. Do whatever Sarah tells you, because it is through Isaac that you will have the descendants I have promised. I will also give many children to the son of the slave woman, so that they will become a nation. He too is your son." Early the next morning, Abraham gave Hagar some food and a leather bag full of water. He put the child on her back and sent her away. She loved and wandered about in the wilderness of Beersheba. When the water was all gone, she left the child under a bush and sat down about 100 yards away. She said to herself, "I can't bear to see my child die." While she was sitting there, she began to cry. God heard the boy crying, and from heaven, the angel of God spoke to Hagar. "What are you troubled about, Hagar? Don't be afraid. God has heard the boy crying. Get up, go and pick him up and comfort him. I will make a great nation out of his descendants." Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well. She went and filled the leather bag with water and gave some to the boy. God was with the boy as he grew up. He lived in the wilderness of Paran and became a skillful hunter. His mother got an Egyptian wife for him. Now, wow, the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Polygamy, who say polygamy is a good thing? It's a terrible thing. Look at my Sarah, who was the one who proposed that Abraham has a child with her slave girl, and who eventually was jealous when the slave girl was pregnant, for reasons that the slave girl flaunted the pregnancy at her. But even if there was settlement, as Abraham tried, because at that time, Abraham told Sarah, "Do whatever you do because she's your slave girl." And then see God again saying the same thing to Abraham. "Do whatever Sarah tells you. And you can send the child and the mother away, because the descendants I promised you are going to come through your biological son, through your son Isaac." But again, Ishmael is Abraham's first son and also biological. Just that is not illegitimate. God in heaven, I don't know what to say about this. But one thing I know is that God heard the cry of this boy. God saw the tears of his mother, and God gave them water to drink, and God promised to bless them, and God never departed from them this far.